In this episode, you will learn how to map your keys on a keyboard with the conditions like to perform an action only when the key is pressed down, double press, or after a specified period from the time when the key was pressed, and others. Something I mentioned in the previous episode. There is a link in the description. You can check out that video if you haven't watched yet. I'm DJ Izackaw as always. If this is your first time here, please make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more content like this. And if you already did, thank you. Your support helps the channel to grow. Without wasting time, let's jump right in. As these are the conditions we are going to be dealing with more often throughout this topic, I decided to make a specific tutorial which will act as a referral video to explain each of them in details and to demonstrate how to use them effectively. Let's start with the condition for the key to perform an action whenever we press it down. You can choose an action. Let's say we want to Z to play a song whenever we press it down. Coming here in the action box and we type play, add space, then type while, underscore pressed, save it and close this. So let's check it by pressing Z key on a keyboard. So this is how it works. Whenever you press your mapped key on a keyboard, it will perform that action as long as you remain holding the key. But the moment you release it, everything returns to the way they were before you press the key, as if nothing happened at all. You can always map over 10 actions to a single key to be performed at the same time. Also, there is an alternative way we can map the key to perform an action when we press it down, and when we release it, performs the second action. And there are two ways we can map it while the key remains to perform the same action. Let's see the first method. Here in the key box, select your desired key. For me, I'm using Ctrl Z. Then we move here in the action box and type down, add space, and put a question mark, add space, then type an action, play, add space, and put colon, add space, and type an action, filter, add space, then put value 65%. To confirm whether the script is correctly typed, you can hover on top of it. For the second action, you will see a description down which says condition not down. Then when you hover on the first action, you will see the description which says condition down. When you hover the beginning of the script, you will see different colors which separate those actions. And that confirms that the script is correctly typed. Now to understand the script, the question mark queries the software. Is the key pressed down? If yes, perform the first action. Then the colon tells the software to perform a second action. If the key is not pressed down, that's when you release it. It's like you giving instruction to the restaurant that whenever I come here, serve me my favorite dish, and whenever I'm leaving, pack for me a takeaway of my favorite dish as well. That's what that condition simply means. Save it and close this. Let's check it by pressing Ctrl Z. So this is how this condition works. Whenever you press your mapped key on a keyboard, it will initiate the first action, and that action will continue whether you remain holding the key or not. Then when you release it, it will perform the second action. As you can see, when I pressed the key down, it started playing the song, and when I released it, it moved the filter to 65%. And to use this condition, you just need to press your mapped key on a keyboard precisely. But you can remain holding the key as long as you want if you want to delay the second action in order to achieve your desired results. And you can always map over 20 actions to a single key, 10 or more when it is down and 10 or more when you release it. Also, let me show you the alternative way you can map the same action to the key. Here in the key box, choose your desired key. For me, I'm using X. Then here in the action box, we type play, add space, then you put a symbol of an, add space, and type up, add space, then put a question mark, add space, then type action, filter, add space, and put the value 65%. Save it and close this. Now let's check it by pressing X on the keyboard. This mapping is the same as the first one. The script explanation and the functionality remain the same thing. There are just two alternative ways you can choose when mapping your keys. The only difference is the replacement of down with the up, and their change of positioning, as down is placed at the beginning of the script, while up appears to be in the middle of the script. So you need to just focus on the one which is simple for you to remember. The next condition we are going to take a look at is mapping action to a specific deck. And there are two ways we can specify decks. The first method applies when you are using 2 decks and the second method applies when you are using 4 decks or more. Let's see the first method. Here in the key box, select your desired key on the keyboard. For me, I'm using A. Then we move to the action box and type deck, add space, then type left, add space, and type an action, play. Copy this. Then we move to the key box and select the key for deck 2. Then we move back to the action box and paste the script we copied earlier. From here we replace left with right. Save it and close this. Now let's check it by pressing A on the keyboard to play deck A and L to play deck B. So this is how this condition works. Whenever you press on the key map to a specific deck, it will perform that action map to it on that particular deck, no matter what, whether it is audible, active or not. And this is used for quickly performing an action to a specific deck without having to first make it active. But be mindful that frequent use of this condition gives you limited access to the keys to map other actions. Also, to have access to more keys on your keyboard, I recommend you not to map an action to Ctrl and Shift key. Let me show you an alternative way you can map an action to a particular deck. Here in the key box, select your desired key. For me, I'm using Ctrl A. Then we move to the action box and type deck, add space, and put 1, add space, then type an action, play. Copy the script by pressing Ctrl A to highlight, then Ctrl C to copy it. Then we move to the key box and select your desired key. For me, I'm using Ctrl L. Then we move back to the action box and paste the script we copied by pressing Ctrl V. From here, replace 1 with 2. Then save it and close this. Now let's check it by pressing Ctrl A to play deck 1 and Ctrl L to play deck 2. The next condition we are going to take a look at is mapping a key to perform an action if double pressed. Here in the key box, select your desired key. For me, I'm using G. Then we move to the action box and type double click, add space, then put a question mark, add space, and type a fast action crossfader. Add space, then put a value 0%, add space, then put colon, add space, and type a second action crossfader. Add space, put a value 100%. To confirm whether the script is correctly typed, you can hover on top of it. For the second action, you will see the description from down which says condition not double click. Then when you hover on the first action, you will see the description from down which says condition double click. When you hover on the beginning of the script, you will see different colors which separate those actions. And that confirms that the script is correctly typed. Now to understand the script, the question mark where is the software. Is the key double clicked or double pressed? If yes, perform the first action. Then the colon tells the software to perform a second action. If the key is not double clicked or double pressed, save it and close this. Now let's check it by pressing G on the keyboard once. Now let's double press G on the keyboard. So this is how this condition works. When you press your map key on the keyboard once, it will perform the second action. Then when you double press the same key, it will perform the first action. And to use this condition, it is just self-explanatory, meaning it gives you an advantage to alternate actions with a single key. Lastly, as we are winding up with this video, the last condition we are going to see is to map the key to perform an action after a specified period of time from the time when the key was pressed. And there are two ways we can specify time. The first one is by using millisecond, which is widely mentioned in virtual DJ as ms. And the second method is by counting beats of the song. So let's see the first method. Here in the key box, select your desired key. For me, I'm using H. Then we move to the action box and type the first action, play, add space, and put the symbol of N, add space, and type wait, add space, put 4000, ms, add space, put a symbol of N, add space, and type a second action, stop. Save it and close this. Now let's check it by pressing H. So this is how this condition works. When you press your map key on a keyboard, it will perform the first action and it will wait for the time you specified, whether by milliseconds or by beats, for it to perform the second action. And this is useful for automating multiple actions in an interval of time with just a single press of a button. As you can see, when I pressed my mapped key on a keyboard, it started playing the song and it waited for 40 seconds then stopped. Let me show you the second method you can specify for the next action to be performed. Here in the key box, select your desired key. For me, I'm using Ctrl H. Then we move to the action box and type the first action, play. Add space, put a symbol of N, add space, and type wait. Add space, then put 10-bit, add space, put a symbol of N, add space, then type a second action, stop. Save it and close this. Now let's check it by pressing Ctrl H. You may ask yourself that where did I get all this information about this particular topic? But the truth is that I didn't take any classes or courses, but the secret lies inside Virtual DJ. And the secret is that forget all these boxes you are seeing here and pay attention to only these two, the script suggestion box and the description area. And stop worrying about what script to write, but think of an action you want the key to perform. Trust me, you will not find any difficulties in Virtual DJ custom keyboard mapping ever again. And for time and access to the right resources, the possibilities are endless. When I'm talking about time, I'm not saying the time you have taken while you're doing it, but the time you are willing to put in and use the resources to give you an idea to develop something unique. If there is any of these conditions you would like to dive deeper, let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give a like, comment and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. See you in the next episode.